Let's have a conversation about what's going on over there at Nestle. I'm not sure if you heard this or not or seen it, but they have officially started replacing real jobs that real people do at this company we all know about. And the number of jobs they're replacing is mind-blowing, in my opinion. Seems like every week there's another headline about AI replacing jobs, or every other day. It's starting to bother me more and more at this point to where I needed to talk about it. But the Nestle one hit me a little different. I'm not sure why. Can't stop thinking about it, or I couldn't stop thinking about it when I first heard it. But then I did some research with my new best friend ChatGPT, just to see, are all we gonna hear is layoffs and job cuts, or is there any opportunity? Is there a place where a person can pivot that's going through this? Like, what's the bigger picture, basically? I wanted to find out. And honestly, I think you'll be surprised at what we found. So let's dive into more about what's going on at Nestle, right? But Nestle is actually the largest food and beverage company in the world. It's behind brands like Kit Kat, DiGiorno Pizza, Nescafe, Haagen-Dazs ice cream, Gerber baby food. I think I used to eat Gerber baby food in the 80s. I remember the jars. But they recently announced what they're calling a global transformation of cutting 16,000 jobs over the next 2 years. Roughly 12,000 of those jobs are white-collar roles. So we might ask, what is a white-collar role? You know, things like analysts, coordinators, middle managers, and then another 4,000 are coming from the manufacturing and supply chain side. So the new CEO says it's a plan to focus on efficiency through automation and digital systems. In short, jobs people used to do are now 100% being taken over by AI and robotics. That's a lot of jobs and a lot of families. And if you happen to be one of the people affected by something like this, I want to say I'm truly sorry. I've been laid off before, man, and you feel blindsided, angry, violated. To have something taken away from you when you did nothing wrong, it's rough, man. And I'm truly sorry. Like, your hard work didn't matter. And that's why I'm starting to take this topic so serious. It's a real people, man. It's a lot of people, a lot of families. To them, we're just numbers on a computer screen, right? But these companies don't care, man. They'll cut our asses and have profit-sharing dinner the same night, cheering over a nice glass of wine and bigger dividend payments. But this isn't just Nestle that we're seeing. So these AI-driven cuts are happening across every major industry, almost every one. Amazon just announced recently that they're cutting 30,000 corporate jobs. I almost stopped the research on the Nestle video when I heard that to do the Amazon. IBM just announced that they'll be pausing hiring for back office roles like accounting and HR work because they have an AI that's handling those jobs. Klarna, not sure who Klarna is, but they just recently replaced 700 customer service roles with the AI chatbot that now handles 2/3 of all their inquiries. And even law firms now are using AI to draft contracts, perform legal research, and these are tasks once handled by junior attorneys. So this is what some experts are calling phase 2 of AI that has already begun. And we're going to see more of these rollouts in 2026 and moving forward. It says here that it's a global pattern that's moving fast, and we are watching and actually living through one of the early stages of the biggest work transitions in modern history. And I have to say that kind of sucks, to be honest. So we might ask, why is this happening now? Like, why now, right? Fresh off a pandemic, high inflation, we don't need this right now. There's 3 big reasons on why that stood out on why this is happening now, right? So number 1, these companies are under massive cost pressure to cut costs and to boost profits. Competition is using AI. They have to use it or risk running out of business or getting ran out of business. Number 2, capability. So developers have actually been working on AI automation for over 30 years. And now it's finally good enough to handle repetitive rule-based tasks with mind-blowing consistency. And that's why we're starting to see these large layoffs starting to come. You know, these were once tasks that required human oversight, but that's no longer needed. And number 3, the mind shift of these corporations. So before it was, how can we introduce AI to help our employees be better? But now the corporate mindset is, how can we use AI to replace those employees? No more paying wages and salaries, no more health benefits, just replace those parts, probably upgrade some software and take home more profits. So according to a 2025 global study, around 6 to 7% of jobs could face full displacement due to AI. When Goldman Sachs says something, we have to listen carefully, right? They're estimating over 300 million jobs could be affected by this over time. And this isn't science fiction. This is happening as we speak, right in front of us. And with so much in the world going on, right, it's just sliding by. So let's take a look at Nestle or companies similar to Nestle. What job roles are at risk? So you have shared service analysts, those responsible for running reports and spreadsheets. You also have pricing coordinators, those responsible for managing promotions. There's also merchandising planners, those responsible for designing product layouts. You have procurement and supply chain clerks. They are responsible for tracking orders. And you have mid-level management, overseeing repetitive workflows. So it says here that AI is already handling reporting, forecasting, and operations faster and cheaper than us humans can. And the harsh reality is that these thousands of jobs are never coming back. Listen to this. So studies predict that for every 3 traditional jobs that are eliminated, only 1 technical role is being created. So it's totally different than the pandemic, right? When there was layoffs, we knew over time, as activity increased, those jobs would return, right? Not all of them, but we knew most of them would. And unfortunately, this is not the case moving forward here. And if we just look at these 3 companies, we have 16,000 at Nestle, 30,000 at Amazon, and 700 with Klarna. And if only 1 new job role is going to be created out of every 3 losses, massive unemployment. It's pretty scary, man. And that's only 3 companies. So I have a question for you. If you've seen Ray Dalio's economy presentation that's on YouTube, it says in there, every one person's spending is another person's income. And that's what keeps the economy going. All these layoffs are going to start happening. Where's the economy going to come from? So that also means that competition for the remaining jobs is going to skyrocket. You're going to have thousands and thousands of people competing for these jobs, right? And companies are going to take advantage of that. They're going to work the dog shit out of whoever's working that job 14-hour days, right? Because they know they have all these people lining up, thousands, to take that job. And the competition is going to be extremely steep for the jobs that require AI with human collaboration. Here's something that gave me a little bit of hope. So we found 5 growing pathways hiring right now. So you go from data entry to data interpretation, right? You would learn tools like Power BI, Tableau, or Google Data Studio. You would move from typing the numbers to explaining what the numbers mean. Number 2, you would go from admin support to automation setup. You would master tools like Zapier or Make.com. You would be the one building the automations, not the one replaced by them. You go from supply chain clerk, number 3, to automation coordinator. You'd be responsible for learning robotics basics, IoT systems, or logistics analytics. You'd be the human that actually keeps the automations running. From marketing assistant to AI campaign strategist. So you use tools like ChatGPT, Midjourney, and Jasper to create ideas faster and visuals faster. So AI doesn't replace creativity, it replaces repetition. It's not safe to stay there in our mind that AI can't replace creativity. I'm sure they're working on a model right now as we speak for AI to be creative. Number 5, you would go from manager to human AI team leader. So future managers will guide both humans and machines. You'll be learning adaptive leadership, decision making, and ethics. So these aren't distant future ideas. Companies are hiring for these skills and these tasks as we speak. So I'm not sure what prompt I gave ChatGPT to get this response that I'm about to share with you, but I think it's super helpful. And I'm excited to share it. And it's called the skill grid. So every task fits into one of 3 zones. There's automatable, assistable, and human only. So automatable equals tasks that machines can handle alone, no longer needing human oversight. Assistable is tasks where AI helps, but still needs us to complete the job. So human only equals empathy, leadership, creativity, and complex decisions. Our goal is to shift as many as our skills as possible into the assistable and human only roles. And that's how we future-proof our careers and our income. How you feel about that? That's coming from a robot. I don't like it, but I'ma listen. I'ma listen. It's kind of creepy, man. So how do we start moving forward in all this? So if you want to start reskilling, but you're not sure where to start, we found some free and affordable ways you can up your skills to this changing job market. So you have Google certificates that can help you with learning analytics, project management, and UX design. You have Microsoft Learn. They're offering free AI fundamentals courses. You also have Coursera plus IBM. It can be your intro into AI prompt engineering. There's also LinkedIn Learning. They're teaching leadership, adaptability, and creative thinking skills. The point is that we don't need a layoff rumor or a notification. We don't need permission, because this is where the world is going. And the ones that are proactive and start to take action now will be the ones that will be successful in earning a good income later. I still meet a lot of people that aren't using ChatGPT. I ask as often as I can, and I'm blown away by so many people still not using it. And I'm not here to tell you what to do. I mean, no disrespect, but I highly recommend, if you are not using it, you need to get on it. Don't just try not to use it just for what are you going to eat on Wednesday, right? This can improve every aspect of your life. Every aspect. From your health to your finances to your mental health. I talk to it like as a therapist, right? Everybody got their own problems. They don't need to hear mine. So I started talking to ChatGPT about them. And it's been helpful. And I'll be covering some of those things on the next video on how it can help you improve in those areas. I know all this sounds heavy because it is, right? But if there's one thing that history has taught us, is that with every major change, it always starts with the loss, but then somehow it turns into opportunity. Let's think about when the ATMs first came out, right? Everybody thought that was the end of bank tellers, but it wasn't. Still walking banks today. Still see bank tellers, which is a beautiful thing. Not as many as there should be. There might be one working with 7 empty bays, but they're still there. And the ATM machines created new job opportunities, IT roles, customer service roles, right? And AI is going to do the same. The job losses are going to be a lot heavier with the AI, but it's going to create a lot of opportunities as far as jobs, new job roles, new investment opportunities. I honestly believe with this whole AI revolutionizing the way we work and earn a living, that it's more important than ever that we invest our money. In about 5 years or so, I don't think it's going to be that easy to just say, I'm going to go get a second job. It's not going to be that easy, especially when Uber and DoorDash start implementing self-driving vehicles. It's coming. They're already doing it in California, and they're also testing it in Las Vegas. So Tesla shareholders just agreed to a deal for Elon Musk that will make him possibly the first trillionaire with a capital T. But for him to get there, that includes him selling 1 million robo-taxis and also 1 million robots. And I guarantee you, Elon Musk is going to hit those goals within the next 5 or 10 years. So I mean, it's moving fast, people. It's moving fast. I'm trying to get my daughters to, my 2 oldest daughters, 21 and 25, trying to get them into investing early, right? Starting investing journey early, it's a game changer. Turn 30, 35, you can buy whatever you want. But I understand, I get it. You're in your 20s, you want to party and have fun. So yes, AI layoffs are real, but so is our ability to respond. And how we move forward in this once-in-a-lifetime, once-in-a-century transition that we're going through, it's going to reshape the rest of our lives for our families. So the question is no longer, will AI take our jobs, or can AI take our jobs? I believe the question now is, how can we use AI, ChatGPT, to build our next job, our next income, our next business, write our next book, create our next song, our next video, you name it. It's all there, right? So please give me your thoughts on this whole AI change and revolution. I'd love to hear your opinion on it, and I look forward to learning from you. And if this is something that you care about, please subscribe. I feel like we're still early in this. We still have time to learn. And I think that got to learn how to ride this wave, this AI wave together and not get wiped out by it. I'll also post some helpful resources in the description that have helped me